grinding is for amateurs. And so if you're an entrepreneur, which means you're completely in charge of your schedule, you can grind as much as you want. That means, like most entrepreneurs, you're probably going to go through a period where you're just grinding all day long, but it doesn't take long if you're paying attention to realize that doesn't produce good results. Grinding is for amateurs who can't be strategic with their energy. And so being strategic with your energy means you actually know, like, how much productive work can I do in a day? Productive work, creative, where I'm fresh and ideas are flowing and I'm actually producing high quality work that's going to move the business forwards. And beyond that point, how much work can I do that's maybe not I'm not firing on all cylinders, but I can do administrative stuff, I can do repetitive tasks, I can do calls with my team maybe, I can process my email, I can do all of these little odd jobs. So how much energy do I have for that? And then beyond that, I have all this bullshit grinding time that accomplishes nothing but feels like I'm doing something because I'm sitting in front of my computer. That third category is total waste, and not only is total waste, this isn't the point is not that it doesn't get anything done. However, it also is something you're gonna be paying a tax on in the other 2 categories that actually matter. So if you grind yourself into the dirt one night till, like, midnight working on something, and you're totally pushing it into the red, the next day, how fresh and creative and, like, easy to sink into a flow state and churning out productive work, how well do you think you're gonna do that? Not well at all, because your next day is paying a tax on the grinding from the day before. So the early stage is like what we're calling grinding is for amateurs. Amateur is the early stage where every entrepreneur just wants to fucking do or die, like David Goggins style, you know, eyes bleeding at the laptop. And I did that, and every other entrepreneur does. It's like a badge of honor. Okay. But that's the early stage. By definition, that's the amateur stage. Beyond that, we need to be strategic in, like, how many hours of productive creative work can I do? And then how many hours of, less productive but still functional work can I do, administrative maintenance stuff on the business? Cut all the other shit out. Cut all the other shit out and optimize for not just hours of ass in chair. That's not what we're optimizing for. How many hours were you actually producing work that is going to push your business forwards? For most people, that's like 4 to 6 hours, honestly. Real creative, high level productive work where, like, the juice is really flowing, you might get 2 or 3 hours of that. In total, you're gonna get 4 to 6 hours. And then beyond that, you might have to squeeze out a couple, depending on what has to be done, right? If you have a hard deadline, if you have a product launch, if you have client work that's due, if you have any number of things, sometimes you're going to have to push it. And then you might have to, whatever, drink an extra cup of coffee, um, do some movement practice to, like, reboot yourself, whatever. You got to, like, get yourself in the pocket, but understand that every time that you do that and you push it into the red, you're going to pay a tax on that. So do not grind, be strategic with your energy. Do the right shit at the right time every day, and not too much, not too little, so that you have continuous, sustained long-term progress. But you want to get out of the, Goggins style work habit as soon as possible. As soon as possible. It's not productive.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a good analogy. And I've like, yeah, I've always thought that, but it's like, then you see all these, these assholes online who are like, if you're not working 20 hours a day, and if it's a Tuesday night and it's 1 a.m. and you're in bed, like you're a failure. And it just like gets in your head.
I think there was this really Hormozy made this string of posts about normalizing a 12-hour workday for young people. That is fucking batshit crazy. That is batshit crazy. Every experienced entrepreneur that I know meaning has real skin in the game. And Hormozy's one of them. I get that. Like he's successful and that's worked for him. And there's outliers and anomalies and unicorns. And maybe he's got some genetic or physiological ability to push through. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for him. But all of them that I've met, all of them will tell you that is fucking crazy. And the way to think about anything in this regard is what produces the best result. That's it. So not what did Hormozy say or not did what did some influencer say or what did Goggins say or what did Taylor say or whoever. Not what have I heard before. First principle, what produces the best result? Well, let's try a 12-hour workday. Do one of those things and you're going to quickly realize you're not producing shit past like 6 to 8 hours. Do like 7 in a row or 5 in a row, do a full work week of 12-hour workdays. You will be fucked. It's very clear you can't produce good work for that many hours unless, I don't know, you're doing like absolutely mindless, mind-numbing, just assembly line conveyor belt work, not high cognition work. If you're doing highly cognitively taxing work, creative work, deep thinking, writing, creating, leading teams of people, if you're doing anything worth doing as an entrepreneur, do that thing for 12 hours straight and fucking tell me you did your best work. You can't. Because we fucking can't. I don't know anybody that can. 8-figure entrepreneurs, 9-figure entrepreneurs, like all of them that I've ever met will tell you the exact same thing. It's just bad advice. It's just flat out like fucking bullshit wrong. So there's that. Rather than listening, again, I'm talking to you about like leader energy, leadership energy. That means that you listen to yourself first over what other people, you're not following other people, you're following your own guidance. And the way to do that is to get back to not what did others say, but what are the first principles? What is the mission I'm trying to accomplish? Well, I'm trying to get the absolute highest quality work out of this workday. I'm trying to push the business forwards as far as it can be pushed today. And not only today, but to do it today in a way that I can sustain over long periods of time. Because maybe you can put in a 12-hour day today. Maybe you can even pull it off tomorrow, maybe. But do that over a long period? No way. So what's the most I can push it forwards today and sustain that repeatedly over the next 10 years so you can beat the financial game, exit for tens of millions of dollars and be good for life. That's the goal, right? Financial freedom for life. Well, you got to be strategic about that. Again, grinding is for amateurs. You can't just head first through a brick wall and get there. There's no fucking way. And the people that did it working 12-hour days, I would fucking challenge them. I would fucking challenge them to actually track how many of those 12-hour days, because I know there's a lot of experienced entrepreneurs successful who had their ass in the seat for 12 hours. But how productive were those 12 hours? Not fucking very. So keep that in mind. Strategic. All right. And it starts again with that like first principles question. What is going to produce the best result? Hey, it's Taylor. I hope you enjoyed today's clip. And if you did, here's where you can go deeper right now. So my favorite part of the work that I do here is a daily email newsletter that I write every morning on the topics of human development and human potential, life strategy, training the mind, productivity and life optimization, and generally speaking, the path to self-mastery. And so if you enjoy these talks, I know you're going to love the newsletter. And if you'd like to check it out, hit the link in the description or head over to taylorallen.me and you can sign up free of charge. I hope we see you there.